All right, guys, we're going to start with the war room session for a new month, August. Okay, let me just verify that we are on the same page. We're going to talk a little bit about Teva, TEVA, pharmaceutical industries. And sadly, on the main portfolio insider report, we got stopped out on this one, but I do think there's value. And we're going to go back to PTE. It's another pick that I have. And also today I'm gonna share with all of you what I think is at least 3 to 6 times my money on another very crucial position that I have. We got this signal at the beginning of 2019. That actually was December last year, December of 2018, and the insiders, they initially were up 80%. Now we have a few subscribers that they got in all the way. They banged that one. The way we get out of positions in the insider report is pretty much by using trailing stops or hard stops. Once it reverses, it's just pretty much price action. You get stop out. Some others, we just do partial sales, and that's the way it works. Okay, so we're gonna start with today's session. I want to make sure everyone is feel comfortable. Please make sure all the time you check with the Telegram. It's a great opportunity, and just another group I have in Spain, where I will post all the information, and you can always communicate back to me at all time. Okay, perfect. So let's begin. All right, everyone. So we are back. It's a war room session. My name is Jose Ricardo Tejeda, and directly from Dubrovnik, I'm going to share with you all the ins and outs of the insider report, how you actually can take the information that we provide, and everything comes from a group of analysts. At the end of the day, the one that makes the calls is our senior editor, Ross Givens, and what we're going to make sure is that you understand that after spending a decade at JP Morgan, he's fully conservative. He wants to make sure that you just get the best of the best. However, having said that, there are a lot of opportunities that are out there and you can take advantage of, and that is the reason why we have the war room. Maybe you have questions, maybe you want to train yourself, and that's what we call train to be successful, train to be a better trader, train to be a better investor. That's the only way it works. If you don't train, you go nowhere. Ask any professional athlete, gold medal winner, anything. You have to train yourself. And the way you do that is that you ask questions. You come to your war room sessions. You prepare yourself. You prepare yourself to success. There's no shortcuts in the business of trading. There just simply there are. I mean, you're looking to make money, and in order to do that, you have to prepare to take money. But how do you do that? And please, you don't have to think that you're taking money from someone else. Now, you're taking money from the markets. You want to take money from the market makers. You want to take money from the dumb mutual or hedge fund manager that has no clue what he's doing. Okay, that's where you're taking money from the markets. And there are multiple participants, but in reality, the way you're doing that is by following what we think after extensive research from Harvard, Stanford. They all have talked about it. CFAs, those individuals that you think they know, and actually they know a little bit, they have blessed, in a way, they blessed. They, what you call that? They can really say that the strategy that we use in some report works, because there's no one else that's going to know more about a company than company insiders. Those are the men and women out there working, grind and rise every day to provide value to shareholders. And if they don't know what they're doing, then God bless us all, because we really don't have any chance. Now, there's a lot of technicalities, a lot of hot IPOs, a lot of these, a lot of that, and at the end of the day, it all comes back to who knows what is taking place, and that it's the insiders. That's what it is. We're talking about C-level executives, 10% owners, board of directors. Those are the guys that really know what is happening. Okay, so now, what are we going to talk about? As I said, we're going to talk about insiders, and today's session is a beautiful Thursday. We're in almost the middle of summer 2019. We're going to talk about three things. We're going to talk about TEVA, The main report got stopped out, but remember, the way Ross Givens approached this is that he looks into opportunities based on specific risk, and then he moves on. I like to build positions into 12 to 18 months. That's where you can really squeeze the juice out of those opportunities. And I'm going to show you. Now, remember, if you've been around, if you have watched Ross Givens' presentation on insider support, you do know that by law, insiders, they have to keep those positions at least 6 months before they can sell. Now, it doesn't mean that they sell after 6 months. No, 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 no. Listen, that means that that's their lock-in period. Now, for us, we can follow that lock-in period, but doesn't mean that we can keep going as long as we know that insiders are in the position. Now, on TV, on Teva, I'll just call it Teva from zero to call. There's a lot of information. I don't go over that. You can read, and I know that your reading capabilities are high, so you can go to the report. And if you're a member of the Insider Report, just go and read the whole report and read. It was published back on June 27. Now, if you're not a member yet, this is a great opportunity for you to sign up. A full subscription will be available for you. You get 12 months of all the reports, analysis provided by Ross Givens and his team, and one of the senior analysts. And also you can get, if you want, the additional membership to the War Room sessions, just as I said before, for you to improve your trading. Take your trading and investing in U.S. equities, remember, to the next level. Now, we talk about a lot about the information, but a couple things I want to point out today. Now, here's it was really tricky. Right now, Teva, I can have it here. We'll go into the charts right now. It's trading at $8.08. The target that we have set is this red line, which is the point of control. This histogram here, it's what we call the bowling profile. Is actually Ross Givens' ultimate weapon of destruction for you to beat down the markets in 2019. If you don't have it, please remember that at any time you can go and get I think it's $29.95, $39.95 monthly subscription from TradingView. It's part of one of the paid indicators. But the most important point of control is the balance line. Look at the balance and look at the rotation. Now, I'm working just not a chart. We'll see this in a moment. If you look at the rotation from the $26 all the way to $10, this is the range. This is a massive range. So at any given time, the balance, what you can call the fair value for this particular stock will be at $18. And that's why he indicated that you can at least make the point of control your final target. Of course, there will be several levels, the 12, the probably 15 around this area, where you can actually target. Now, the most important now, let's go directly to the chart, is what happened. Members of Insider Report, I got stopped out. Sometimes you just have to face it and you have to take the losses. Now, what you see in front of your screen is the technical software called Hawkeye Traders. You don't have to buy anything. I have it. So every time that you come to the War Room, you will enjoy the opportunities that this software provides. And it helps us to see very important information. The most important is the technical selling. We're in the presence of buyers or sellers. Now, there's been some massive selling presence, but this is the point where I actually have my eyes on. Look at this portion. I'm looking always on the monthly chart. I don't waste my time. My advice is that you stop wasting yours and start looking at the monthly chart. If you want to make money in stocks, this is the time for you to build good habits. This is where you start. Come to the War Room session, talk to me, your senior analyst, one of the senior analysts in Insider Report, and let me guide you. Don't waste your time in lower time frames. If you're here for 5, 10% a year, please just let us know. We will talk to our VP of communication, Dan Klein, and just get your refund. There's no need for you to waste your money. We don't need your money. We're here for something more than that. We're here to exchange value that can translate into prosperity for your family and for yourself as well. Don't waste your time. Look for the big big champions, big opportunities that the market is offering. And you do have the edge when you follow the insiders. Now, we know that in Teva, the fundamental view is that we're buying cheaper than Warren Buffett. Great, that's lovely. But I have said before in other sessions, the best investment will turn out to be a bad one if you pay too much. Maybe what happened at the beginning is that we paid too much in this bearish trend. There's no reason to lie. There's a bearish trend in place. It comes all the way from December 2015. Now, what we're looking at is the potential reversal, and to make money in this reversal, there are different levels. I'm just gonna visualize them right away, risk reward, what you can do. So you have an idea. We're looking at almost 18 years in the making. So we're looking at these levels. These levels are totally going to hold. So I need to take some risk in order to make this work for me. My style is I used to manage, well, before turning 30. I'm 37 right now. And before turning 30, I was probably as a senior broker. I had was asset under management, probably $50 million. It took me about 2 years to put that money together. I was doing corporate bonds in Japan, the US, Canada, lots of hedge funds. I was buying participations at some point. I had money with Steve Cohen from AC Capital, SAC Capital. So I can tell you a lot how it works. Now, we need to take risk. The risk here is because we're looking to these levels that they're going to hold basically all the way from the 2000s, 18 years and 19 years. Now, the way it works when you look at hedge funds, okay, and how do they make money? And keep in mind that I had the great pleasure of meeting Whitney Tilson in one of his um, papers. He said that as a hedge fund manager, you only have to pick one or probably three winners and stick to the idea and build it up. That's how you make the money. Now, you guys, and don't take it personal. I'm just saying you as retail traders. Retail traders, they just want to bam, 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 like Wild Wild West. You want to shoot at everything, expecting to make money in every single position. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's not possible or doable to say the least. So now we're going to take a look at this. So we know that the 10-year price is somewhere around $5. We went as low. Just going to share the monthly view what happened last month. We were down 14%. The high was $10 and low $7.46. We're trading 50 cents from 60 cents from the low. And what I want to do is say to myself, okay, if I have to stick to this idea like a big boy, 510. Okay, I'm thinking that's too much. It's too much risk. Let's see what we have here. Okay, perfect. Now I see it. Okay, talking 5, 3, 4. Okay, it's a 40% risk. And I want everyone to pay attention. We already have the research. We know who are the insiders. The investor, one of the best, Warren Buffett. But that means that we need to understand the risk. The risk involved, if you want to play Teva, it's at least 40%. I will probably go with a 50%. If you drop another 25, we'll go and buy more. Now, what are we looking as far as a payout? Payout, if we're looking at the point of control as Ross Gibbons established, is 120%. Here you have a risk reward. Pay attention. Risk versus reward makes sense. Is 2 to, well, actually, I risk $1. It's 2 to 1. So it means that for every dollar you risk, you're expecting to generate $2. I can play with that. So I'm adding Teva, although Teva was outside the, I'm going to add it today. I have to wait 24 hours by law. I have to wait 24 hours after I publish a recommendation. So tomorrow around, I'm in Croatia, the Balkans, so that will be 24 hours, around 7 p.m. my time. We're like, what, 2 p.m. New York time, I will be allowed to add the position, so we'll report back to you guys. So pretty much that's what I'm looking. So that will be, I will be playing this as a hedge fund all the time I do. That's what I do. And I'm looking to have a 40% risk. I'm looking for follow Ross Given's indication that $18 will be based on the point of control. Once again, let's take a look. Point of control, $17, $18. That will be our target. I'm looking at to get back of my money 119, 120%. So there you go. TEVA stopped out on the main portfolio of the insider report, but I'm taking the risk on this one, and this is what I'm looking for. Okay, perfect. No, so that's the first pick I wanted to discuss. Now, another pick I was working with, and we had, and it's part of the War Room. It's called War Room Tactical Portfolio. War Room Tactical Portfolio. Basically, it's tactical because it's not only the strategy. You in life, you not only need a strategy, you also need the tactics, how you apply that. Okay, so we have to differentiate with that and this one. So PTE is a company that I'm already invested. Not a lot of money because I want to build some other positions. So let's say I put in $2,000. Let me see. We have in the last 6 months. PTE. We had it's what I call a very interesting. David B. Seaberg, president of corporate development. He added $207,000. That was the face value of the transaction. He increased by 54% his position on PTE. PTE, we have it here. I'm just going to go back. Polarite, pronounce this Polarite Inc. I'm looking at the weekly, monthly. So I'm going to move to the monthly chart. And very interesting. Where's the company? When you see someone buying, pay attention to the pattern. We're looking at a 54% increase from the previous owned shares. Why he did that? The first thing you have to ask yourself when you're looking at the patterns from insiders, why? Why they bought it? Why now? Why not before? Are they buying strength? Are they buying weakness? Those are two factors, and it always comes with the first question, why? After that, you have to look, one, are we buying into strength or weakness? It's just common sense. You have to see. It's pretty simple, plain English. Is the security going up? You're buying strength. Is the security going down? You're buying weakness. The weakness is when you're expecting a reversal. Going up, you expect continuation of the current trend, of the strength. It's very important, okay? We have to understand what is happening. That's very important for us. And as a little tip, one situation that we discuss all the time when we connect with Ross Givens and the office in the US is that he doesn't like to buy weakness. That's not his thing. And if we look at the insider report portfolio, Morgan Stanley was a little bit like sideways. Costco was in an uptrend. Lowe's was weakness, but had a lot of good things. And that's why he's there. And now we have Ados Therapeutics. So pay attention. This actually is minus 2.62%. It will be interesting for you to take a look at it. Now, I won't talk about that one today, probably next week. But with this company, we're buying weakness. See the massive drop, but now we're looking at a massive, very important place, 292. That will be almost $3. So the low of previous month was $4.07. We know that insiders are at 593. I got in at $5.42. Had to swallow the drawdown peel, about $1.42. Now it's back, so now I'm only 42 cents in the drawdown. It's good. I don't know. I had to kick myself because I didn't add more, but still, it is what it is. And what we expect now, from the perspective of following the smart money, I already got 50 cents better. You can actually be in about $1.40, depends. We talk about this. And these are the levels I'm looking for, recovering all the way to $9 and then back all to $14. How do I know that? We have to look into patterns. Now, the first pattern all the way back to December 2014, and as I said this before, and please remember, past performance does not indicate future performance. But I'm looking at levels, key reversals. This is the level, and as you can see, 200%. This is the one from January 2017, not too long ago, and then 500% with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 5 months. The previous one in December 2014, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost 7 months. So this region right here, the $14 mark, it's critical. So the call here will be taking all this and the $14 mark somewhere here, almost 200%, and already looking at least, can it be 90%? Is too much. I'm looking at same 45% of my money. The reason why I'm doing this, usually I'm using a 25. But when you're buying weakness, you have to prepare yourself. And now, okay, you can tell me, Jose, I'm not in the position to take such risk. First off, I'm not looking for a payout in the next 6 months. Remember, the War Room tactical portfolio, we're looking for a payout tactical. 12, 18 months. Now, for 12 to 18 months, for me to risk 45% of my money, that means for every $10,000, we're risking $4,500, $5,000. But you're telling me that I can come back with $20,000? I mean, I want to do that. Now, I'm not saying yes just because, hey, I think it's good, it's amazing, it sounds appealing. No, we have the edge. What is the edge, ladies and gentlemen? Exactly, the insiders. We know that we have this guy that, for whatever reason, he's adding 54% more shares. He's putting what? He's risking money. There's no derivatives involved. He's risking. He has skin in the game. Why? And now we have a pattern. We have seen this pattern. There's a pattern in place. So I'm looking for that money. I know from the moment this company finds a bottom, take 5, 6 months, 7 months. I'll be only 2 months into this. I have 4, 5 more months to see how far it can go. And I'm paying the market my money. I'm paying the market $2,000. You can do $10,000. It depends. I have different things. I have more money in different places. So that's exactly what we have to do. You have to pay the market. You pay risk. The money you put in the market, you're paying it. It's risk that you're paying. Okay? And with that risk, then you're expecting something back. But if you don't go for the pay-per-view, if you don't pay risk, how you expect to take home a premium? How do you expect to take home a reward? It doesn't work. Now, I'm not going into details as Ross Givens. The idea here is just to find those opportunities that he doesn't talk because there's something missing. Doesn't mean that you won't make money. One of the reasons is because the risk can be somehow gargantuan for the common eye. And I have to be very, very, very flat with this. The common eye all the times will say, and just to throw something out there, oh yes, because if I were to invest in Bitcoin, yeah, right now we'll be rich. I bet you a pint of blood, my blood, that if that thing moves from 1 cent to 2 cents, you'll be selling. You wouldn't have what it takes to take it from 1 cent to $17,000. But again, if you were to come to our sessions, the War Room sessions, I'm pretty sure I can help you to develop the mindset, the strength, the mental strength required for you to take home not 100% as I do, 200, 300, 1,000%. And I understand that you cannot believe this, and I don't expect you. I believe that I'm fully invested in the concept that not believing is to trust. Because if I show you there's no copywriting, There's nothing, words that can really take you to show you how it is. And it doesn't happen all the time because those opportunities are not there all the time. But the step-by-step that we show you in this session is so you can see how you can apply this even to other stocks that may be out of our strategy, but it's the same over and over again. Okay? So I'm taking risk, pay-per-view, and this is what I'm looking for. It has happened in the past historically based on patterns, not on past performance on any mutual or hedge fund manager. No, based on the statistic, the information that is in front of you. Here is PTA, polarized, and I'm looking at this information, and it's already on the War Room Technical Portfolio. Okay, now last one. I'm going to talk about this one because this is very important. It's my last pick for today. CHK, we have a massive discussion about this one with the team. I don't know if it's going to be available. Let's see, because okay, here we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, this is CK Chesapeake Energy Corp. By December, almost before Christmas, we have some massive purchases. Okay, massive purchases, and the stock right now has been playing dirty with me. I have a couple $1,000 heavily invested in this one, so don't wish me luck. Okay, I don't want any luck, anything to do with that. So using this range, this is very important range to understand. I explain all this. We're in a bearish channel, uh, and this is what it is. The stock has been moving all the way over the last almost 16, 17, 18, about 3 years in this range, and it goes all the way. What we call the price rotation. Price rotates this way. Okay. So right now, what we expect is I expect is a rotation higher. Now, the edge always, the cherry on top of the ice cream is to know that insiders bought at these levels. That was last year. You can see if they have purchases and see who has a sell. Just we have this big company that sold at 325. Not a big deal, but insiders are still in the game. Otherwise, it will pop up here because they have to report back. So we know that insiders bought all these. Look at these: 4 million, 2 million, 2.4. That's 3 millions. That's 7 millions. Oh my God, that's $8 million around between 181 and $2.65. Now, it's very important to understand this. Same as the concept of TEVA, we are actually buying cheaper. So you can say you're buying almost $1. The stock is trading at $1.69. You're buying almost $1 cheaper than insiders. That's very positive because he's already allocating almost $300,000. And as you can see, there's no derivatives or nothing here. That means that they're risking, yes, their money, skin in the game. And I don't know about you, but myself, I wouldn't be risking $4 million just to pop up the stock. Doesn't work that way, especially when you're an insider. So there is something that they're expecting, and we have to position ourselves. The last stock for today, based on price rotation, based on insiders, CHK Chesapeake Energy Corp is also part, and it will be added 24 hours after, by law, I have to do this, this video is released out there. And the good thing is that for the first time, I'm going to be sharing this information with everyone. It will be published in the Market Stars Daily, publisher of the Insider Report, YouTube channel, share with everyone so you can know more about the war room. And those are my 3 picks for today. Now, price rotation, we need to establish the channel. We know that since January 2016, price is rotating all the way from the $1.50 band all the $8. So just going to price range before we talk about that one. Price range is almost 540%. So that's where I'm looking because paid much. I paid too much this time. I'm somewhere around $2, somewhere around here. Yeah, great. So I will be look to take home 254%. Now that happens about say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In this case, very short, like 3, 4 months. After that, continues, and then the panel once again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if that's the case, it's going very sideways this time. Happened in December. We're past the 6 month barrier, so now it's about what it's pretty much think about Avengers, the end game for CHK. If something is about to happen, it must happen in the next 6 months, and we have to be positioned right now. Like I said, if you were to go in, once again, information from insiders. Another director, you will be buying at almost $1 cheaper than one of the directors, 20 cents from a big for a few positions, 30 cents, 40 cents. But the edge comes from insiders. They bought somewhere not too far from Christmas 2018, and we want to position ourselves to play. The market has been going sideways for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost 7 months, and on the table we have 254%. Now, when it comes to risk, again, you need to know. Take these, take these. My mantra, so I will probably look for a 40% risk, and here we go, 208%. Now, price rotation, it's irrelevant. So always pay attention to that level, okay? Now, you have these levels, pay attention how it works. The insiders, once again, we know where they're going in. This is another opportunity. On the next session, next week, second week of August, I will be talking more about training yourself. I wanted to update our portfolio, tactical portfolio. Remember, 24 hours before I'm publishing this information, you will have access to those, okay? So I will be buying those, allocating those. You can go ahead and do that as soon as you watch the video. So again, 12 to 18 months in the portfolio, and following insiders. Remember, these are the levels that we're looking at. I'm looking at least 208%. That will be probably 3 to 1 risk reward on my money. Okay, so that's it, guys. Before I go for this today's session, we had a couple winners, good positions. I'm just gonna share the last one that Ross Given sent out to our members. And I'm glad that we're very international. Every month we get subscribers from France, Denmark, Norway, the US, of course, Canada, Singapore, Hong Kong, Malaysia. Guys, there's a lot that you can get from this report. It's an edge. I know you're looking for the Netflix, the Facebooks of the world, the Amazons. What do you think is going to happen if everyone pours their money on Amazon? Any idea? Yeah, it doesn't work anymore. The insider report, after almost 3 years, we're going into year number 4 in 2020, and I'm proud to be part of it. It hasn't been that easy all the time, but today is the only place where I can tell you that I can make, I take $1,000 and make it $5,000. It happened with Costco. Options were all the way down to 30 cents. We bought them back, and it was 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. At the end of the day, we sold them for $17. That's right, $17. From 30 cents, the low, to $17. If you're wondering, we have a few members that they made 100. I made 100%. Others made. There were one case, unique case, that he made plus 1,000%. He bought them on the low of the band, and the reason why people do that is because they understand our price rotation concept. They follow our volume profile description. So basically, what they're doing is that they're paying attention to not so much conventional views on the market, but they're based on one thing only: the insiders. Ross Gibbons provides the full details of what happens and everything, and this is a result. And a couple of positions, LOB, I was part of picking that winner flex. That was Ross with the rest of the team. I wasn't that excited about it, but payoff. Live Oak Bank shares. So there's a lot to see here. Now, the final thought when you're looking at the insider report portfolio, what do you see? Do you see money? Yes. Do you see? That's what you have to see. You see money. You see results. So that's the most important. The most important is for you to understand that it works. And you can do this by yourself. Forget about paying high fees to hedge fund managers. Forget about getting complicated lessons. As you get the recommendations, you also have the opportunity to learn how to apply the research. And that's the beauty about Insider Report. It's not just a little bit. You have to think. And as part of that is the reason why we create the War Room, so you can train to train. Train to be a better trader. As I said before, train to be a better investor. Okay? I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing your time. Remember all the time, prepare yourself. Okay? There's nothing you cannot achieve if you prepare yourself. You have to devote yourself. You have to be dedicated. When you get to that point, it doesn't matter what others said. Others are thinking. Others are trying to. They're just trying to be. They're just a distraction from your goal. Okay? Walk the path. Keep going. Never stop. I thank you all from Dubrovnik in Croatia, Jose Ricardo Tejan for the Insider Report. Wishing you good health and happy trading. Thank you so much.